Rename this to Dungeon. Done. Just have to post in Discord and send Ozzy a link, and I'm good to go. Oh shit, I should open the chat up too. Otherwise, we are currently broadcasting. Shit, did I already have one up? I did.
Oh, and then also, I did find an actual overworld for this.
Sick.
So, once I figure out how to send that to you guys, I might have you have some homework to do.
Okay.
Homework.
Homework, yes. I would.
I prefer
Thank you.
I prefer the term research, but you know.
Well, sure. Well, no, it's homework because you're not researching what you're going to do. You're going to be creating your own backstory.
Yeah, research.
How? Okay, I guess. You research your character. Got it. Oh, hey, Ozzy.
Hello.
Hi, Ozzy.
He's joining us
Yes.
from another world. Okay.
I posted stream in general. Ozzy, if you need to shout at me to see something, just do it. I can move my camera.
So I'll be piloting Lufkin, and Kazi will be piloting Ozzy's character.
Mhm.
And, and unless if you actually want your character name to be called the Beast Ozzy.
Oh, that's literally something I threw in there as a joke. That's not.
Oh, no, I know.
That's not his. That he didn't choose that name.
No, I mean, there's not any particular rush, but I mean, whenever you do decide on a character name, let me know and change it.
Will do.
All right.
Oh,
So,
dude, name him Easter.
Can you tell him about the research?
with the character stuff, you mean?
Uh.
Yeah. So I might have you guys do some homework. I found the overworld for this whole scenario. So what I'll do is I will send you guys the map so you have like a reference. And then also I might try to find out like each like big capitals lifestyle, so on and so forth, and then you guys can create a backstory for your characters that's actually overarching within the world. And then on top of that, you guys are right with the the cantrips, like your Firebolt and Kazi's Ray of Frost. You do have to roll to hit with that.
That's what we've been doing, right?
Yes, I believe so. Yes. God damn it, Super!
What? I'm not doing anything.
I saw you with that dice, with all the dice.
He's throwing dice.
I'm throwing dice at everyone.
Stop.
Okay.
Okay.
fine.
All right. We progress. Backstory for anyone who is watching this. Party here, composed of. Can you just pronounce your character's name? I keep fucking screwing it up.
Who?
Zesta?
Yuritsa. No, I'm kidding.
Jedzia.
It's Jedzia.
Jedzia. Okay.
Get the-
Obviously, you've never seen Star Trek.
I have, but it's just an odd. I don't know.
It is a strange spelling.
Okay. Okay, so the party consists of Jedzia, a sorcerer, Ronan, a barbarian, Ozzy's character, the Beast, as a sorcerer, Zanzu as a cleric, Lufkin as a rogue, and Pavril as a bard. They were hired by Gundren Rockseeker, I think it is.
Yes.
To travel to Phandalin with a wagon full of supplies, and they would paid out for that. They traveled, got ambushed by a couple goblins. They got rid of the goblins via swift death. Supo kind of took a dirt nap for a little bit.
The fuck? Excuse me, I'm not the one who brought stuff crashing down on my head.
But anyways, and they found out that the goblins had a little hideout, and they trekked into the hideout and faced off against many foes. At one point, almost aligning with a small band of goblins to overthrow a bugbear named
some dead idiot.
Yeah, he's dead now, but tried to overthrow him with the aid of the party, and so a rescued survivor named Sildar Hullwinder.
Noodle has a big mouth.
And Noodle decided
Noodle's not allowed to fucking talk. At least not when I'm around. I'm kidding.
Noodle let some words slip, which caused the goblins to be quite upset with him, and then they all attacked them at once. But due to the grace of bad RNG on my end, the party dealt with this encounter fairly easily. And now they also found some gear from the Lion Crest Coster, which is something you guys don't know about, other than it's like a trading post.
Pro suggestion: turn up your sensitivity like 2 dabs.
2 dabs.
2 dabs.
Okay, I'll turn it up 2 dabs. Okay, is that any better?
Better.
Okay. You guys loaded up all that stuff that you found in the cave back onto your wagon, which is pretty heavily loaded. And you guys make your trek slowly back to Phandalin. You guys just keep going along the path. Don't see anything out of the ordinary other than nice, grassy, like lightly blowing through your sunny day. Well, no, actually, no, it's like close to evening. And you're traveling and you get onto the outside precipice of Phandalin. Guys all kind of show up on the south here. And you see roaded tracks kind of going in town. At first, see your first glance of Phandalin. The town consists of 40 or 50 simple buildings, some built on fieldstone foundations, more old ruins, crumbling stone walls covered with ivy and briars, surrounded the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Most of the newer buildings are set on the sides of a cart track, widened to a muddy main street of sorts as it climbs towards a ruined manor house hillside at the really
Cutting out really bad.
it is.
Yeah.
I can hear Kazi just fine, but you're cutting out. That's weird.
It is weird.
Okay, is that any better?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're good.
Okay. Sorry. But anyways, as you approach, you see children playing in the town green and townsfolk tending to chores or running errands at the shops. Many people look up at you as you approach, but all return to their business as you go by. Sildar is more relaxed just now that you guys are in town, and he's like, my friends, let us secure some lodgings. I'm told the local inn is very quaint. And the town inn is
I'm busy now.
further into town.
I made plans, but I can do it. It'll be hours, but I'll just do it now.
Oh, one moment.
I'll just go alone. I'll do it. Just leave the food downstairs.
You all good, my dude?
Did we lose Supa?
I don't know. Anyways, so...
I was muted. Hey,
Oh.
quick question. Do we have a long rest after that last session? So like all our spells are back and everything?
Yes, you did. Yes, you are all...
making sure.
Yep, you are all fully rested. Spell slots are recovered. And you guys did level up. I believe you guys filled out everything as well that you do.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. So, since it is pretty late in the day, there's only a couple places that are open.
I have to go. I'll be back.
Okay. So on the map, you notice that there are numbers. You know what? Here, just in a. So, I'm going to say, actually, I'm going to scale these down so it fits a little bit better. Map. Sildar kind of guides you guys to the inn in town here, and it is called the where the heck did that come? The Stonehill Inn, and it's your typical inn. You've got some people drinking after a hard day's work. You got a miner sitting in the corner with his pickaxe, drinking a mug of ale, and just some slight commotion. It's just a comfortable setting. You smell some cooked meats, and see at the tavern part of the inn there's types of alcohol lined along the back wall, and a couple kegs sitting out for anyone who wants to tap into some ale. And Sildar approaches the innkeep, and he's like, or he tells you guys, you know, I think I'm going to turn in I have some business to do later tomorrow. I will come back at some point, or I'll try to come back to you guys in the afternoon with a payment for you for saving me from, captivity. But otherwise, if I don't return here, I intend on going to the Town Master's Hall, and you'll be able to find me there. So, anyways, I bid you all adieu, and I will go take some rest. Good night. And after he pays the innkeep for a room, he takes his key and retreats to one of the inn's rooms. You guys have been traveling for probably about... No, not with the hooker. But anyways, you guys have been traveling for about three quarters of a day. So I mean, you guys kind of skipped your meals because you thought that the town would be a little bit closer. So I'm sure you all are quite hungry and maybe want to impart in some beverage as well. So what would you like to do?
Well, since my character's flaw is I am too enamored of ale, wine, and other intoxicants, I'm gonna beeline it for the bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyone want to go with him?
Yeah, I'll go for a drink.
Is there
Okay.
a library?
There is no library within the inn. In the town, no. From what I gotta remember these character names. From what Sildar's told you, Phandalin is kind of it's a smaller town. It doesn't have too many folk in it, but it's more of a miner town. So there's a lot of prospectors and miners going into some of the local caves and mining for, obviously resources. And when you guys were passing by, or when going to the inn, you noticed that I mean, you don't have to roll an inspection check on this because you guys walked literally right past it. But there was...
I don't know, I might be blind.
Okay, you know what? Everyone roll me a d20. Fuck it. Okay, Super rolled a natural 20, so you fucking noticed. But anyways, whilst you were walking, Supa noticed that there was a building that had a billboard on it saying Phandalin Miners Exchange. So you'd assume that miners would go there to exchange something. And, I mean, it's kind of obvious as to what they'd be trading. But anyways, the town isn't known for holding things of knowledge per se. So both Zanzu and Ronan approach the bar, and a young human male is standing at the bar, and he asks both of you, "So, my gentlemen, how can I help you tonight?"
Oh, give me a glass of the strongest thing you have.
Strongest thing I have.
Blow my boots off.
He gives you a slight chuckle. I don't know if I have those kinds of goods here, but we'll see what I can do. As for you, Sir Half Orc,
Yes.
would you like anything to drink?
I would.
We have wine. We've got ale, of course.
Do you have any milk-based alcoholics?
Milk-based alcohol. I've never heard of such a thing.
This is what orcs drink.
It is. Okay. From my knowledge, I've never heard of such a drink, but
Just a chocolate milk.
a chocolate. We only have milk here, but
I will take it.
you'll take the milk.
Yes.
All right. I'll get you a milk for the half orc and the strongest thing I can come up with.
Yeah. Come on, you guys are minors. You should have something tough.
And he retreats back into the storeroom to figure out what he can brew up for a concoctant for the gnome. And after a little time passes, he comes back. He does have your milk, and he sets that on the table in front, or the counter in front of you, Ronan. And he also he hands Zanzu a drink, of which he doesn't necessarily know. If it's, you know what? Here, let me do this. I'm gonna roll.
Oh no, it's rolling.
I'm gonna roll.
Was that for potency
What the?
content?
Oh no, is he killing me?
No.
Did I get chocolate milk?
No. You got something interesting. So he hands you a mug, and it looks like just a standard stout, kind of darker and has a frothy head on it. And he looks at you and he says, this is something that I've never tried before, but I mean, if you like it, I mean, I might have to put it on the menu if it's very, very good. Or it'll be something that you can only custom order. But anyways, I think with my slight knowledge of barkeeping, this will do you good. So he hands you that, and he charges Ronan 1 copper for the milk, and he charges 1 silver piece for your customized drink.
Okay, 1 silver? Gotcha. Hold on, let me go on. There you go.
And he looks at both of you and he asks, I saw you came in with a couple other people, as well as that person who bought a room for the night. Were you guys interested in some lodgings here?
How much is a room for a night, I guess?
So for 1 room, I will charge 5 silver pieces per night. And I only have 5 rooms available.
I don't know if that's a good deal or not. Is 5 silver a good deal?
No.
Oh no. I'll think on it, and then I take a big old swig of whatever's in this cup.
Okay. Okay,
How is it?
so when Ronan when Ronan asked for milk, the barkeep got an interesting idea.
Oh no.
He took stout and mixed it with some milk, just a small amount. But he also put in some vodka. But to your distinguished tastes, it just tastes like stout. But it's hitting you a little bit more than you would anticipate.
This is pretty good. Take another swig.
Okay. So you keep enjoying your drink.
My first drink.
Your first drink. It's gonna be one of them nights. Okay. What does everyone else want to do? What's happening?
I'm gonna take that room.
Oh, you want to get a room?
Yep.
Okay, so you approach the barkeep. Then he asks you, "What can I do for you, my dear?"
I would like a room.
Okay. 5 silver pieces.
Is it like lavish for 5 silver?
Our beds are comfy here. They're we have nice down goose feather pillows. Blankets that aren't itchy, because we've had some people ask for itchy blankets, which is confusing to me, but we have comfortable amenities here.
All right.
Okay, so he holds out the key in front of you, but also looks at you with his other hand open, waiting for the 5 silver pieces.
Reluctantly give him 5 silver.
Okay. So he hands you the key, and he tells you, you'll also have a complimentary breakfast in the morning. I forgot to mention that. It's generally your typical eggs, bread, some breakfast sausage.
I expect gravy.
Interesting request, but I'm sure we can figure something out for that. Okay. So, and then he also asks if you would like anything to eat for tonight.
What is your most modest meal?
Modest. Kind of ponders for a moment. Our modest meal would probably be we do have some farms around here, so everything that is grown here is local and fresh. But we do have either like a chicken salad, or we also have a like a steak and potatoes meal.
That'll do.
Steak and potatoes it is. That'll be about, since you're getting a room, we'll say 2 silver pieces.
Fine.
Very well, I'll get that for you right away. And he writes on a little piece of paper and goes back into the storeroom where you assume the kitchen is. And then after about 30 seconds, he comes right back out. And he has a smile on his face and he says, "Thank you for doing business with me."
Yeah.
Is Super back yet? I don't think so.
No.
Okay. Ozzy, would you like to do anything in particular, or?
will also get a room. And
Okay, so you approach the innkeep and you do the same transaction as Jedsta, and you are you're charged 7 silver pieces for a meal and a comfortable bed to sleep in.
okay.
And he also thanks you for your business. Let me see. So, as Jedsta and the Beast retire to their rooms for the evening, Pavril, Ronan, and Zanzu and Lufkin are left um, in the tavern part of the inn. And Lufkin, for now, he decides on just drinking water, and he just quietly drinks his water, inspecting everything. Let's see.
I'm going to be standing guard over those who sleep because I don't trust this Bart.
Okay. Lufkin kind of inspects the area and doesn't really feel anything out of the ordinary. He kind of looks back at you and he says, I think we'll be fine here. I don't see that this place means ill will or anything of the sort. Hell, why would they be selling rooms to such a huge group of adventurers if they just wanted to jump us? Was there anything you or Ozzy or Kazi wanted to do in your rooms, or are you just gonna go straight to sleep?
Probably prepare some spell.
Okay. Ozzy, was there anything you wanted to do in your room before you decided to retire for the night?
No, just the usual meditation.
Okay. Sounds good. So, Noodle, I want you to roll me a d20.
Okay. That's not worrying when the DM goes to roll a d20 and doesn't say what it's for. Alright, here we go. Yaw. I rolled a 4.
Oh no.
So that drink that you were drinking before,
Yeah?
even with your iron-bound liver,
Oh no.
it's hitting you a little bit. Like, you're starting to semi-slur your words, but you're not, like, to the point where you're gonna, like, pass out or anything.
Oh, okay.
But,
So, am I still at the bar with the bartender?
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna need 3 things from you, my good man. I'm gonna need a room. I'm gonna need another one of these drinks because they're delicious. And I want steak and potatoes, like one of my friends just ordered.
Okay, very well. By the way, how was that drink?
Delicious.
Okay.
You could probably make the next one a little stronger if you want. It's pretty good.
He kind of gives you a surprised look. He's like, okay, I can most definitely do that. I will need 8 silver pieces from you then for all.
Okay. Okay. There you go.
Okay. He hands you the key and orders your meal. And he reminds you as well that there is a complimentary breakfast in the morning. And he kind of leans towards you and whispers, "We also have coffee too, so if you're feeling a little rough in the morning, we got you covered."
Bacon and bread. That's all I want.
We'll have that for you.
Okay.
And he goes back into the back room, mixes you another drink, and makes it a little bit stronger. And comes back out and hands it to you, and he says, "Enjoy."
I will. So now that I'm feeling a little loosey-goosey, can I spin on my stool and kind of survey the room? Like, what's going on behind me? Like, are there people?
Sure.
Are there anything going on? Is there any games of chance going on? Can I go lose all my money in the dice game? That sounds like me.
As you inspect the inn, you notice a barmaid, female, walking around, just tending to the locals with food and drink. You also see, as I mentioned before, a rugged kind of looking guy with a pickaxe resting along the back of the wall, eating his meal of meat and potatoes and his ale, just kind of minding his own business. And then you see kind of a young kid walking around, just trying to entertain himself while you assume that the kid's the barkeep's son. He's just kind of putzing around doing his own little thing. And then you also see a female in the kind of center part of the area, just eating their meal as well. No drink. And I want you to make an inspection check, actually.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on, wait. Which one's that?
I'm black. What'd I miss?
Not drunk. That's fine.
You have
Just getting blind drunk.
Noodle's getting pretty blind drunk. To summarize, you guys got into town. Zildar was like, "Yeah, let's retire to the inn for a night's rest."
Okay.
And you have very astute eyes because you rolled a natural 20 on inspecting a building.
Nice.
And you guys walked by Vandalin's mining exchange. So that's where the number 4 is at on the map. Right there. And you guys are obviously where all your character pieces are. Both Jedsta and the Beast got a room and meal. Sildar got a room as well. Noodle just got a room. So there are 2 more rooms left.
Okay. So wait, we're at a tavern then? Is the gist of it?
Yep, you're at an inn. And yeah, there's a barkeep there. He's serving foods and drinks, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic.
I want to perform for money. Can I do that?
You want to perform for money?
Yes.
Wait, I didn't investigate yet.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
sorry. I don't want to overtake Noodle's
Noodle's
turn.
investigate here. Investigation. Oh, you don't have any modifier for that. So you roll a. Oh, he dropped out. I'll wait for him to come back. You all good?
Oh. There we go. Okay, that's was weird. Yeah, it was just like with the raid, their trial last night. All my audio cut out for some reason.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, but it was alright.
It does that when Discord drops the connection. I used to play on mobile all the time.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, I rolled a 16, and what do I have my perception or investigation?
Investigation, and I saw you don't have a modifier
Plus
for
0. Yeah.
that. You kind of notice that her fingertips are just kind of red, like they're irritated. But other than that, she's just, a standard woman eating her meal.
A standard woman.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, so she's like a 5 out of 10? No,
I'm a standard woman.
not interested.
She's no moral lib.
I didn't mean that.
My character would not go for a 5 out of 10.
God damn it.
All right, so I've noticed the fingertips. I'm gonna keep working on my second drink of the night. But I'll remember that for later.
Okay, sounds good. Pavril, what do you want to do?
I want to perform for money.
You're gonna perform for money?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to
Performance.
roll.
Is it a performance check?
Yes.
Okay. $16. Oh, aftermath.
So without context, these people, you walk in with a group of people, without saying a word, you just pull out your instrument
Yes.
and start playing music.
Yes.
Granted, it's good music. It's delightful music. You're just playing music.
Okay.
And after playing for about... You play a little ditty for about 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay.
And Noodle, by the way, you are loving this music right now. It's like hitting your soul. It's like reverberating through your muscles, and it's just great right now. It's a perfect like side accompaniment of your drink.
Awesome.
And Ronan, the milk is going down so smoothly for you. It's like the best milk you've had. But anyways, after your performance, everyone claps for you, and then proceeds to keep eating for the fact that you never said you wanted, or you just started playing music without any context.
That's fine.
So, so the barkeep kind of tries to get your attention, and kind of waves you down to the bar.
Okay.
And he says, that was very nice of you to play that music. We don't have a lot of performers in our area, but we appreciate it. Music is something that we all need sometimes to relax ourselves or to inspire us. Just for that, you know what? I'll pay for your meal tonight. What would you like to eat?
Sick. What does this place have?
Just like meat and potatoes. Both. Ozzy, or the Beast, Jedsta, and Zanzu got a beef steak with potatoes, which is probably like one of the better things on the list.
I'll get that then.
Okay. Ooh.
Hey, Super, how do you pronounce your character's name?
Panvoral?
Okay. So Super by the bar near where I'm sitting.
Yes, he would be.
Okay, so I imagine I'm a little like a sheet or two to the wind at this point, because I'm almost done my second one.
Yes.
So I spin my stool. I'm like, hey, Penny, you gotta try these. They're super good.
Okay. Sure, I got free dinner.
2 more, my good man.
No,
Two.
not that many.
No, one for you, one for me. I just finished one.
Okay.
I need another one.
Okay.
My treat, because I think he made it just for me.
Okay.
So the barkeep, pretty surprised. He's like, those two, they're for your friend and yourself, just not both for you, correct?
Yeah, they're not both for me.
Okay.
But
Well, I forgot to say he was looking at Zanzu when he said that.
oh yeah, no, we're sharing. No, one's for him, one's for me.
Okay. I'll go get that, but before I do that, Sir Bard, would you like to retire in our inn? Our rooms are comfy, beds are soft.
Sure, I'll
Yeah.
take a room, but I'm not gonna go to bed right away.
Sounds good. I'll need 5 silver pieces from you for that.
Awesome. Free meal and a modest price for a room. Sick.
Do you pay?
Yeah,
pay
I'm
the
taking it out of my list right now. Oh shit.
Okay. So he hands you the key, and you hand him 5 silver pieces, and he says, "Thank you for doing business." And he then retires back into the storeroom to get your meal ordered and your drinks prepared. And when he enters, a woman walks out.
A standard woman?
No.
You gotta rate this. You gotta rate this one too.
Where's it come?
She's a fair looking woman. She has brown hair. She's got it kind of tied up into pigtails. Kind of sweating because she's been working in the back there cooking. And she goes up to the rooms of which all of the party members are residing, and delivers the food to the Beast, Jedsta, and Sildar, who are currently residing in their rooms. And then walks back and retires back into the kitchen. And then the barkeep comes out with both of your drinks, and he says, "That'll be 2 silver pieces for those."
Okay.
Oh no, my treat. I'll give him 2 silver pieces.
Okay.
Okay.
And at this point, he is semi-considering making that a standard drink in this inn, just for you, Noodle, for the fact of you're ordering. You're
I don't think Super was here for the description.
What?
yeah.
You'll have to let him know after he takes a sip.
Yeah. By the way, I rolled a natural 20 on that, so if it was going to be like less than that, it would have tasted like complete ass.
Oh!
But anyways, so Supa or Pandril, as you take a drink, you first are hit with a nice smooth texture, which then evolves into a chocolatey coffee flavor. And once it hits your belly gets warm, like warm in a sense that you're drinking like hard liquor.
Okay.
But essentially, it is stout beer with a little bit of milk, inspired by Ronan's idea of getting just milk, and then just vodka in it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
So, you guys are just drinking, chatting.
I'm pacing myself.
Okay. What would you guys want to talk about? Anything in particular?
Who else is in this bar? I'm sorry.
So you notice that there is well, Noodle was inspecting the room before, but there's the barkeep himself, and then the woman that delivered the food to the rooms, who is working in the kitchen and stuff. And then you also see kind of a blonde female just walking back and forth, delivering food and drink to the people who are dining or drinking there. Okay, that was Hydra. You see kind of a rugged-looking man in the corner, eating his steak and potatoes with a mug of ale, and you notice that there's a pickaxe up against the wall, assuming that he's a miner. You see a young boy kind of prattling around, trying to entertain himself, and kind of gather that that's the innkeep's son, or the barkeep's son. And then you notice another woman eating her meal all by her lonesome. And Noodle noticed that her fingers are kind of like red, like they're like sore and stuff. But other than that, nothing really out of the ordinary. Kind of a chill or calm environment.
I am going. Oh wait, does anyone else want to do anything?
I was about to launch us into a caper, but I don't want to. I don't want to steamroll with me talking all the time. So do your thing first.
I would like to talk to the miner.
You want to talk to the miner?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you approach him, he kind of you got his attention before when you were performing, but other than that, he was just minding his own. You know, he's eating his own meal, just doing whatever, but kind of keeping to himself. As you approach, while he's eating, he kind of looks up at you, and then proceeds to keep eating his food. And
sorry, what was that?
do you want to like sit down next to him, or
No,
like,
I want to ask him about local rumors.
local rumors?
Yes.
Well, first of all, he's like, "What do you want?"
I'm like, bitch? No, I'm sorry. No, man, hold on. I tell him I'm just looking for information right now, and he looks like he knows more than the average Joe would.
Okay. 1 second. I'm gonna set up some music here.
We are new to this land, and I would like to know what's happening. What's in? That's what I say in universe, but out universe, I ask him, "What's poppin', Jimbo?"
I was gonna say.
Okay. There we go. So yes, you. Who the hell is Jimbo?
No, that's out of universe. Out of universe.
I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Shit.
He kind of looks up at you and kind of has his elbow on the table and puts his hand up to his chin. He's like, "Well, other than mining around here, I know that the town master's looking for some people to deal with an orc issue. kind of heard that they're on the east end of the Tribor Trail. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but I just know that the Townmaster wants them down.
I ask him, how bad is the problem? What's the nature of the problem? And how many? If he knows. Damn it, my connection. Hold on, I cut out. Am I back? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so did I said I was going to ask him how bad the problem is, what are they doing, and how many, if he knows.
And he replied back with, you're better off just asking the Townmaster himself, because he doesn't know anything else other than just mining.
Okay.
And then he looks back and he's like, can I keep eating my food now?
Yep, sorry to bother you. Thank you.
And alright, and then he just proceeds to continue to eat his meal before leaving for the evening. And then did you want to return back to Zanzu sitting at the bar drinking his customized concoction?
Sure.
Okay. Noodle, I want you to roll me a d20 again.
Oh no. Okay. Hold on. Oh, I can do this. There it is. Alright. 7.
No.
Constitution.
Oh no. I have pretty good constitution.
Okay.
14 constitution.
So with your modifier, you're at 9.
9.
You're not even 3/4 of the way through of your third drink. You're having a hard time sitting upright in the stool. You're kind of bobbing back and forth. Just kind of, if you're not careful, you could just completely pass out onto the ground.
Oh no.
So,
Okay.
but anyways,
Okay, has Super come back to the bar?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Pan the man, I need your help with something. Are you game?
Sure.
Okay. So there's this lady over there, and I was scoping out people. And it looks like her fingers are all like hurt and stuff. So what I need you to do is walk over there so I can hold on to like your cloak so I don't fall over. And then stay there, because you're probably way better at talking than I am. And I want to see what's going on. Because I am a cleric. And I should be, this drink's really good. Where's my steak and potatoes? Let's go, Pan.
Okay.
And as you say that, the lady from the back finally comes out with the steak and potatoes for all three of you. And she replies, "I'm sorry about the wait. We've been kind of busy tonight. I know the half orc you didn't order a meal, but we felt so bad. Here's your meal for free." She kind of feels a little worried. Like she kind of has that worried look to her, like she doesn't want to upset anyone. And then she rushes into the back again.
Wait, no, before she rushes in the back, I want to do something.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
Drawing from real life experience when I'm super drunk in Vegas. Apparently I'm a slightly generous tipper. I grab her real quick and I'm like, no, it's okay. It's okay, these drinks are really good, and I'm sure the steak's really good. And I grab her hand and I slap 1 gold piece in her hand. Like, thank you.
She looks in her hand, looks back at you, completely baffled, then looks at the barkeep, and the barkeep's like surprised, but he's also worried if he should keep serving you drinks or not. But he's
I haven't
like,
asked for another one. I'm still working on this one.
no, I know, but he's semi-concerned for you with how you're acting out, but they don't complain, and she's like, well, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate it. And then she quickly rushes back into the back.
Cool, sweet. Okay. So, oh wait, quick question, Z-Town. Is the lady, does she sit at the table by herself?
Yes, she's at the table by herself.
Are there any empty chairs there?
Yeah, there's well, around the surrounding tables, there's a couple spare chairs that you could just grab and pull up next to her.
Alright, Pan the Man, let's do this. Get my drink, get my plate of steak and potatoes.
Hello, you stay here, and I'll do that.
No!
You can stay here, and I'll go do it.
Okay, go ask her what's with our fingers, and let her know my cleric and I can heal things. Also, I'm gonna start eating my steak and potatoes while thinking of a name for this drink.
Okay.
So I spin back around on the bar stool and start eating my steak.
Oh, that steak is good. It's so good, dude.
I walk
So
over
Pan-
and sit down at the table. I take my food with me.
Okay. As you pull up a chair next to her and sit down with your meal, she gives you a puzzled look. And she asks, "Can I help you?"
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
It's kind of odd that a stranger's just sitting next to me.
A fine lady as yourself shouldn't be sitting alone.
Do me a roll me a d20 and add. We're gonna do a
Persuasion or deception.
No. Just roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier.
9. Aftermath. Oh wait, shit, no. My charisma mod is 3. 7.
Oh, okay. She kind of just shrugs and she's like, "Well, I guess I could do with a little bit of company."
Sick.
And-
Couldn't. Oh, are you gonna say something?
And she just kind of looks at you, waiting for you to ask a question or just converse.
I ask her how her day's been.
She kind of looks back at her food and kind of pokes at the salad that she was eating. And she replies, "Well, things have been okay. Not the greatest, though. There's a group of people in the town that are they're not good people. They're trying to shake money out of all these business people, and they're almost like they're worse than bandits. We hate them. I wish they'd just go away. I don't want them. They've been like ransacking every single business other than the miners' exchange. I don't know why, but they just leave that place alone while they try to get as much money out of all these other places." She just kind of has that worried look on her face. And she replies with, I don't want them to do any more bad things to the townspeople. They're good people."
I ask her name, who she is. Oops, sorry, that's the same question.
My name's Freda. What's your name?
Panvoral. At your
Pan-
service?
Oh, what type of service?
Adventuring mostly.
Oh, I'm actually a weaver. She kind of looks at her fingers. She's like, I kind of prick myself every now and again.
Out of character, I had to stop myself right there. I almost said something completely different. Alright.
Oh, no.
You gotta phrase these questions differently. You're baiting me way too hard.
Hey, I'm just waiting for something interesting to come out of you, and I want to make this as fun and not super crazy. but if to say the least, if Noodle wants to just drunkenly do stuff other than stripping nude in the street, I don't care.
Why is that off limits? Noodle, do it.
No.
Roll D20 athletics check for backflips.
No, I'm eating my steak and potatoes. Kicking my little feet off the bar stool. I'm having the time of my life.
I want to ask her who these people are.
They're the Red Brands. They're bad people. They want all the money and power of this town.
What's the town overseer doing?
He's trying his best, I think. He doesn't want to cause any more trouble for us, since we don't really have any guards or anything in this town, since it's just a mining settlement.
What are they called? Red what?
Red Brands.
Are they from the town?
Let me hold on a sec here. No, they're not. They just kind of came into town one day, took it.
Which direction do they come from?
Freda kind of gives you a look of slight confusion, because
I'm just asking because there's multiple roads that lead to and from town.
Yeah, she replies with, I don't know, they just came one day and we couldn't do anything about it, and then they just started ransacking the local businesses, and that's all I know.
Okay. You don't know why they leave the mine exchange alone?
I really don't know.
Alright. While you were poking at your food, I couldn't help but notice that your fingertips are all screwed up. Do you need healing?
Oh, no, that's fine. I'm quite alright. It's typical for my line of work. But thank you for the concern.
Okay. Are there any other people of interest in the town other than the town mayor and the Red Brands?
She kind of ponders for a moment. She's like, well, I mean, I kind of keep to myself, but I know that the owners of this inn, Toblin and Trilenas, sorry, it's weird pronunciation. They own the bar here with their son Pip, and then Lenar, the miner that you talked to before, he's a regular around here. He just mines like usual. And then there's just myself, and that's all I really know of.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm just kind of new to the town, so I don't know all too much.
Where are you from?
She, okay, so out of character, I don't know much about the outer world.
Okay.
Other than what's here, so it's gonna be a semi-generic question.
Okay.
But in the future,
He's from Z-Town.
He's from Z-Town.
Son of a bitch.
Use it as your placeholder until you have the world fleshed out. Everyone's just from Z-Town.
It'll get you motivated.
Son of a bitch. And I'll be the mayor.
Of Z-Town.
Wait, I'll be... Wait, I'll be a mayor and a god? Question mark?
Yeah, Guy Fieri is gonna pull up in his car and be like, I'm gonna take you to
I will
Z-Town.
smite him so quickly.
He's gonna shield himself with 5d20s worth of car damage.
And I'll strike him with 100 D100s worth of fucking smite damage.
Holy damage.
Holy damage. She responds with, "Oh, I just been traveling, going from town to town, trying to see if there's people that need, weaver work. But other than that, I just kind of go with the wind."
Out of character. We got... Sorry. I dropped my... Hold on, shit. I got caramel on the floor.
Oof.
Okay, yeah, let me just pull my mic down so you can hear.
That's clean.
Ladies, men, hermaphrodites.
Oh.
Okay.
Surprise, surprise, he's our bard.
He is our bard.
Sorry. Hold on. I'm thinking of dumb shit now. Anyway. I tell her, if she's still in town when we leave, we could probably escort her.
Oh, that's very kind of you, but I think I'll be staying in Phandalin here for a while, because they do need a lot of work here.
Okay. That sounds good. If you need any help, give me a holler.
Thank you, Pavril. Or Panvril?
Either pronunciation is fine. I honestly don't.
Okay.
I'm not super anal about pronunciations, especially in fantasy games. Unless there's names that are super close to each other, then I'll become anal about it.
Okay. I won't try to get you all analyzed over anything.
Wow.
Analyzed. You can't even say.
Oh no.
So then you just retired. Do we want to go back to sitting with Zanzu at the bar?
I want to talk to the barkeeper next.
Okay. As you approach the bar, Noodle.
Yeah.
He's getting turned.
Third time. Roll me a d20.
Noodle, no. It's gonna be like
Okay,
Map Night
here we
all over
go.
again.
If it's a 20, I'm ordering a fourth one. 16. Plus my constitution, 18.
It first hit you hard, and it is hitting you hard, but you're not at the point of where you're just gonna collapse and pass out. You are still fucking swaying back and forth in your chair. You devoured the steak and potatoes,
Yeah.
and the beer munchies are like kicking in. And you're like, oh, dude, I could go for more.
I could. I was just thinking that.
And Panvril, as you approach the bar, you see your party mate Zanzu just having that face of bliss after a nice hearty meal and a good solid drink. And Ronan is... I'm sure you finished your milk, Ronan, and your meal, which was very good. And you all are all sitting at the counter next to the bar. And
Hey, Pan the Man, what's up with her fingers? Why are they all red and stuff?
She's a weaver. It's her line of work.
Oh. Hey, Z-Town, how far away from me is she?
she's probably about...
Is she within football throwing distance? No, I'm sorry.
She's probably about 15 feet away.
15? Oh, okay. Okay, so after Pan the Man tells me that, I spin in my chair, I take, pull out my holy symbol just because I need a little focus. I cast healing word on her because it has a 60-foot range, and I spin back around.
I thought you were gonna catch Shillelagh. I was like, oh no.
So that's it. Just
Okay.
yeah. Just want to hear her fingertips. They look sore.
Okay, so it was very minimal.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on, it's 1d4 healing. Oh, does it roll down the dice tower?
No. You have to throw the d4s.
1.
That's
okay.
more than enough.
1 plus my spellcasting modifier, which I guess is my 2. So 3 points of damage.
What? You're hurting her?
No, I'm healing her. I'm healing 3 points of damage.
With your cure wounds.
No, with my healing word. Cure wounds is a touch. Healing word is a distance. So I'll just spin around. Just it's my good deed for the day. Just your fingers feel better, and then I just spin back around. That's it.
As she's finishing up her salad, she sets down her fork, and she kind of, from what you're seeing, her expressions, she looks at her fingers and looks at each hand, rubs them together a little bit, and is looking around the room, surprised, thinking, am I going mad? What the fuck healed my fingers? And then she just kind of gets up and walks out of the inn.
She just really enjoyed her conversation with Pan the Man.
Yay!
Okay, that
was it. I don't know. It's just I'm a good cleric. I just I figure I'm about to go to bed anyway. Might as well use a little healing spell.
Okay. And then you were jumped by 3 giants.
That's not oh crap, let me attack them.
Bye guys, I need to go to bed. No.
The building's a mimic. It's oh, here we go.
Shit,
but the
that's
Weaver's
a brilliant
fingertips.
idea.
No.
That's it. I'm starting to get a little sleepy. It was a full day, but I'll finish at least my 3rd drink.
So, let me see here. There's 1. So, unfortunately, Ronan and Lufkin as well, there were only 5 rooms available, of which all are taken and occupied. So either you might have to see if you can share a room with a party member, or figure out something else.
There's a barn.
Noodle can sleep in the mayor's house. They won't even know he's there.
What would you like to do, Ronan?
Debating.
Oh, no.
Lufkin looks at you, Ronan, and he says, "Well, I don't necessarily need a room. And if you want, we could try camping out in the woods outside of town."
Am I within earshot of this?
Yes.
Hey, one of you guys can bunk with me. Look at me, I'm 3 feet tall. We can share a bed. It's fine. But there's only room for 1 more person. I can't fit 3 of us.
Just don't roll over. You'll suffocate him.
Yeah, just don't roll over. He'll kill me. I'm not use the whole bed. Look at me. I'm a gnome.
I'm pretty much a loner. That's kind of part of the backstory. So I think I will. Is there available area to camp out?
Um,
Kind of keep watch.
yeah, outside of town, you kind of noticed a spot about not even like a quarter of a mile outside of town. Well, actually, no, it was like pretty close to the outskirts of town. It wasn't near the outskirts of town, but it was like, how to say it?
It's like right here.
It's off. So if you can see my cursor, this is like not quite the edge of town. The edge of town is like right over here where my cursor is, but you're like just a hair further down the trail. So to say if something were to happen in town, if you were to dash there, like back to the inn, you'd get there in like 4 rounds.
4 rounds.
Well,
Of combat.
of combat.
But that's...
But if I dash, it's 60 yards, isn't it?
60 feet.
Oh, 60 feet.
Can you roll athletics for more?
I'll say you can get there in 2 rounds. If you were to just dash. But from what you can, if anything, what you can do too is you can set up camp, go to bed. You'll still be able to get your full night's rest, and then should be able to get back into town by the time everyone wakes up and has their meal. You just have to find your own breakfast.
All right, let's do that.
Okay, sounds good. Lufkin kind of gets the same idea, and he'll probably set up camp near you, but not like with you, for the fact of like you guys just kind of banded together. You don't know each other all that much, but he'll almost be like setting up camp across the road from you. But yeah, Lufkin, I kind of forgot about his character, but when all this was transpiring, he did order a water, and then he also ordered a meal, something light, just some bread and some cheese. Let's see, where's currency here? Okay. And so, did you want to depart now into the woods then, Ronan, or?
I want to make sure everyone gets settled, and then I'll take off.
Okay. Lufkin will follow suit with you just because he knows that traveling alone sometimes isn't the best option. Especially in an area of which you guys don't know all too much about. So, I guess what do you guys want to do now?
Okay. So I polish off my... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I polish off my 3rd cup, flagon, tankard, whatever. Slam it on the bar, and I'm like, alright, it's bedtime for the old Zanzu. So I hop off the bar stool. I turn to the barkeep. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna snap the finger guns.
Hey, hold on, just for a moment. I'm gonna need you to roll an acrobatics check.
Oh no!
since you are a small humanoid,
Yeah.
from a stool while inebriated.
Yeah. All right, let's see what happens.
That one neck broken.
I know, right? Natural 20. I jump off the bar stool and do a triple backflip, and land perfectly on my feet. No, I just jump off the bar stool.
No, do the triple backflip.
You do that.
Do the triple backflip.
You're so inebriated. You have so much confidence in yourself. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
wait,
gonna do
okay,
a fucking sick party trick.
okay, I got this then. Okay, so I spin my stool around. I look over my shoulder at the barkeep, and I'm like, you know what you should call this drink? And then I jump forward, do a triple flip, land on my feet, turn around like the wild ale, and I just walk up to my room.
He dies.
That's it.
Of shock.
I die. That's it.
He's awestruck by the fact of not only did he see a gnome just get up from a bar stool and do a fucking triple front flip, but he landed it perfectly fine, knowing that you're pretty much like fully inebriated. You walk into your room, his jaws kind of dropped a little bit, and he's just nodding, like he's like thinking to himself, "This drink might have a tail behind it. Like this is like, what the fuck is this?"
And that's how you turn your character flaw into a strength. Yeah.
So I'm going to write on this note. And you called it the Wild Man's Ale?
No, just the wild ale. It's stupid, but that's the best thing I can think of.
The Wild
Okay.
Sail. What a dumb name. No.
Oh. So, okay, I'm upstairs and asleep. Blech.
Okay.
Goodbye, Noodle. You're dead. Alright, gotta roll for sleight of hand to slit his throat. No.
Oh my god.
No.
Ooh.
Alright, I wanted to talk to the barkeep.
Okay, one. Alright, so after that impressive performance, he looks at you, Pandrol, and's like, you are you all showman or something? Like, you proceed to walk into my inn, randomly play music for my patron, inspire me to come and create this drink that I had no idea would work or not, and then your gnome friend proceeds to, while inebriated, do a triple front flip and casually walk into his room. Who are you people?
You could say we're showmen. You could.
Okay, I will.
Did I disconnect from audio? Because
No.
everyone's thinking.
You muted yourself.
Hello?
Oh, he
Yeah,
deafened himself. Can I undeafen him?
Hello?
Hold on.
Oh.
Can you hear us now?
I can. For some reason, my little headphones thing was deafened. So it's good now. It's weird.
Okay. So yeah, he just looks at you, Pamvril, with still some slight awe after all that has transpired.
Alright. Hold on. So I heard from some of your patrons about the red brands. You want to tell me about that?
They're basically like they're a group of people that decided to just come into our town and overtake everything. Like they're almost like attacking my wife and son. I'm worried. I don't know if it's going to get worse, or I don't want them here anymore. They keep shaking me down for payments for, not having them take my son and child and my wife. It's worrying me.
That's understandable.
I do know that they like to hang out at the Sleeping Giant tap room just east of here. They like to hang out there and, of course, cause trouble like they always do.
How often do they come around?
It's generally like once a week. They just they just want money and power.
When's the last time they were here?
They were just here a couple days ago.
Alright. You don't know where they came from or anything like that?
It just this one day they just showed up and they just started saying that, well, we rule this town, and even though we have a town master that I'm sure he would do something about it, but since we don't have any town guards or anything like that, and we're just a small settlement, we don't have the power to retaliate.
Have you considered petitioning the kingdom for aid?
I don't think the kingdom would help a developing settlement. We're so small and there's not too many people in this town.
Okay. Do you know why they leave the mining consortium alone?
I don't. That's news to me. I didn't know that. I can understand why they wouldn't, in a way. I mean, that's their way of getting money into the town and gives them, all the reason to leave it, because if the people of the town don't get paid, then the Red Brands don't have any money to take at that point. He kind of just looks at his son, still kind of prattling throughout the inn with concern, worrying for his sake. And then he continues to wipe off the counters and clean glasses while it's starting to get close to closing time.
Last question. What has the mayor told you all to do?
He's just told us to keep doing what we're doing. We can't. There's nothing we can do about it.
Okay. Alright, with that, I think I'm going to retire to my room.
Alright, well, you enjoy your sleep, and we'll have breakfast for you all in the morning.
Awesome. Thank you.
Alright, and with that, hand roll. Everyone's retired to their respective rooms. Ronan and Lufkin, you... One sec.
And roll for initiative. No.
No. Both of you exit town, and just on the precipice of the outskirts of town, you set up camp quick. Just a very simple setup, something to cover you if it were to rain, your bed roll, and that's really it. You all retire in for the night. You are all again fully rested. Spell slots are recovered, and whatever spells you have prepped are now prepped. Well, let me see here. I'm going to say both Ronan and Lufkin, you kind of wake up at 7:30 as you hear a rooster crow in the distance and the sun rising. You both pack up your bedrolls and whatever makeshift camp stuff you had, and you both return back into town, back to the inn where the rest of your party was residing. As for everyone else, you wake up feeling refreshed, other than Noodle with a slight headache.
Yeah,
But-
that's fair.
Other than that, fully rested. They have the spread of food waiting for you. And there is bacon and bread, and also a small little tray of gravy for the Dragonborn, which requested some gravy. You all dig in, and it's very good food. It's surprising that such a small town, even though being somewhat oppressed by like a bandit group, is, it's serving great food that is being grown locally. And you guys finish your breakfast meal and are sitting together. Ronan and Lufkin pull up a chair next to you guys. And you are free to converse with each other if you so want to.
I share all the information I learned.
Very well. You relay all the information that you learned last night to all the other party members.
I offer Ronan and Luke some bacon and bread. Because they get a free breakfast.
Okay. Ronan, you are offered some breakfast food from Zanzu.
Specifically bacon and bread. Oh, sorry.
What was that?
So I
What-
accept it with appreciation.
Oh, okay.
And then Lufkin also accepts it with a smile on his face, and he eats delicately. It's bread. He doesn't want to have it crumble all over him, man. So yeah, what would you guys like to do? I should mention also, you still have yet to deliver the wagon to the place which you were originally supposed to deliver to, which is the Barthen's Provisions, which is just right here. If I can find the pointer, yeah. Right here. You also do have the goods that you got from the Cragmaw hideout, which was from the Lion Crest, what you would call it, Coster. They reside, I believe, right here. Right? Yes, right there. So you do have those. Sildar did mention as well that he had some errands to run, and he's going to be at the Town Master's Hall, which was I didn't mark it on the map. I was going to say it's right there. So what would you all like to do?
I would like to go into a long diatribe about how bacon and bread is the perfect hangover cure. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Sorry.
You're fine.
I'd like to turn in that cart to complete that.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you want to go to... Well, I'd suggest going to the Lion Crest Coster for the fact of once your wagon is turned into the other place, you won't be able to transport those other goods without having a wagon.
Let's do that.
Okay. So you all go to the Lion Crest Coster. You see it looks like there hasn't been too much activity here as of late. That there's not a lot of, foot tracks or anything in the ground, like it looked on the main pathways. But it's got a the blue banner with the white symbol of a lion's head with a shield behind it.
Any standard women?
The DM looks at Yukazi with a semi-stern look.
Are there any unstandard women?
Goddamn.
I need to know this. This is important. If they're all 5 out of 10s, this is going to be incredibly boring.
It's all in the eye of the beholder.
Not in this game. Everything is dictated by stats.
Oh, okay. Well, that you'll have to find that out yourself.
Can we upgrade to premium woman? Is that DLC?
Oh!
You got to pay me with microtransactions, and that'll be a 50-50 chance.
No, that's not a thing in this world.
Oh no! No, damn it! I mean, I guess the. Wait, no, Goliaths are like giants.
Giants, you say?
Kind of. So you all walk into the establishment, and you see the walls are lined with your a couple standard pieces of armor, some kind of traveling goods. On the back wall, there's just a rack with like some ointments, or not ointments, oils used for oiling up weapons.
Standard women.
Whoa.
You're never gonna let that down, are you?
No. You keep saying standard.
I never said standard with that.
You just did.
No.
Yep.
I don't think I did, but anyways. Oils used for polishing weapons so that they don't rust as fast, and same thing with armor. There's a kind of some odds and ends around the shop. And there's a woman standing behind the counter, kind of leering at you all when you walk in. And she's just kind of observing you all as you approach. And she asks, "How can I help you, folks?"
You want to sell this stuff?
Gotta give the stuff back.
Yeah, I mean, I can start talking, but I only have 12 charisma, so we probably don't want the mouthpiece for.
Okay.
So maybe somebody could get like better bargaining.
I'll sell it back.
That's stupid.
Okay. So she kind of gives you a puzzled look. She's like, what? What are you trying to sell me?
We found a whole bunch of your goods that were procured by enemy goblins. I was assuming you'd probably want these back.
Wait, you did?
I show her the wagon.
Well, she walks outside with you to inspect. And she does notice on some of the crates the Lion Shield logo on it, and she kind of has that look of surprise on her face, and she looks back at you and she's like, "Oh, we've been waiting for this shipment for God knows how long. You said you wait, where'd you find this?"
Enemy goblins had it.
See, I thought that they were all bandits that were taking these shipments of ours, because we've lost 3 or 4 shipments already in the past 3 months. Well, I'd give you guys 50 gold for transporting and returning the goods to me.
No. Hold on. We had to fight a bugbear, at least 10 goblins, a wolf, and we freed a bunch of dogs. At least 100.
I'm sorry, but that's way, way too much for those goods. You remember, I have to try to sell these at some point as well.
$70 gold. Final offer. I can roll persuasion.
Roll persuasion.
Hold on, my keyboard's fucked up. Let me see, nat 1. Persuasion. 16 aftermath.
She sighs and she thinks about it for a moment, and she looks back at you and she says, These are trying times. I know you went out of your way to get this to me. Best I can do is 60. I need to save money for when those damn red brands come back.
How much money are you wasting on the red brands?
What do you mean wasting?
How much do you have to pay them?
I'm not going to tell you that.
We're working with the red brands. We need to know for bookkeeping purposes.
Oh my god.
I can roll deception for that.
Roll me a deception.
$23 aftermath.
Well, she...
If she beats a 23, I'm leaving.
So you said that you're with the red brands and you're just bookkeeping for them?
We're working with them. We're not.
You're working with them.
Yes.
She said, well, she replies back, well, if you're working with them, I don't want to do any business with them.
This woman's a bitch. Sorry. That's out of universe. But
These people are ruining my livelihood. Do you understand that? If you're working with them, what's the point of me doing business with you? You're just gonna fucking steal my money anyway.
I pull her aside. And then no. I pull her aside.
You're the bard.
I pull her aside and tell her the truth. It's a show to deceive potential spies. Do I have to roll deception for that?
That would be more of... That'd be more persuasion now that you've convinced her that you are working with them.
Okay, let me roll persuasion then. Aftermath, 13.
She looks at you sternly, and she says, well, if you're not joking around with this shit, I will give you 50 gold for the stuff that you procured. Then I will somewhat trust you.
Hold on 1 second. Out of universe calculation real quick.
Lol.
54 and we call it good.
54 gold.
Yes.
That's so specific.
She looks at you with slight confusion, baffled as to why you're trying to haggle with the cargo that she knows that you have a hard time selling. You'd have a very hard time selling, for that matter, since she knows you're just a lowly adventurer. She just shakes her head in frustration. She says, fine, enough with these stupid games. I'll give you your 54 gold, you fucking bitch. She's cussing as she goes back inside, and
I tell her I love her and she's a wonderful person, but I would never date her.
Jeez.
She doesn't know if she can take that as a compliment or an insult.
That's what I want. Good.
Okay, so she comes back out and walks up to the dragonborn known as Jedsta, slaps it in her hand, the 54 gold, and says, I hope you're not as much of a fool as your compatriot here.
I barely know.
Oh, that's just wonderful. Do any of you know who each other are at this point? I have no idea who you are, but you're traveling together and you don't even know who you are. Your friends or anything. You don't know anything about each other.
I feel attacked.
Wait, who's saying this? Is this the lady saying this, or are you saying this?
This is the lady.
I tell her
saying
to
this.
take her gold, shove it, and get out of our face.
No. So I walk up to the lady.
I roll intimidation.
Oh god.
I get my rapier. No.
This shit is hitting the fan fast.
I walk up to the lady, rubbing my hungover temples. I'm like, lady, I know who we are. We're the guys who just killed 1,000 bugbears and goblins for your stupid
You're making things worse again.
So, I have a question for you. What's it worth this town for us to take care of this red barf?
Dude, I just...
I was listening.
I'm glad I don't know you.
Red barf.
Look, I had three wild ales last night. You might not have heard of them yet, but it's sweeping the town. It's the new craze.
Please, God, let me die in the next encounter.
I hear it's the best drink ever. But yeah, so let's say someone took care of these red barts. Who would we talk to about that?
You'd have to go to the town master himself. we're just us town folk are just trying to get by. You know, we can't do much. We don't have the people to handle it.
You do now. Zanzu and Palace are on the case. I turn around and I walk out the door.
Oh, okay. She still has a very. She kind of has a confused look on her face, but still drowning in frustration and anger towards Panveril due to his antics. So do you all decide? Oh, by the way, as I was describing before, you could try to buy stuff from her, but at this point, you've pissed her off so much that she doesn't want to do anything with you at the moment.
Good.
Oh,
Trash.
jeez.
Walk out the door, and as I leave, I give her 2 middle fingers, and I rolled a 4, so I hurt myself.
You,
Oh wait, it's athletics, isn't it?
What,
That's
giving
a-
the fingers athletics?
I'm not looking where I'm going. So that's a 6. Okay, I don't hurt myself.
you, you're so frustrated. You flick her off, and you hyperextend one of your middle fingers. It hurts, but it doesn't hurt you to the point of like actually hurting you.
I take the pain and use it as I grimace
You
at
run
her.
into the door frame.
The door frame can't stop me. I walk through it. Rolling for acrobatics check for phasing through the wall, and I rolled a 19. So obviously, I just walk through it. No, I'll stop here.
No, you can keep going.
No,
I just want to see you continuously try to hurt yourself.
No, I'm tired of dealing with that bitch. I'll be back after we're done dealing with the red brands. Mark my words, and I leave.
Okay.
I don't want to hear anything she has to say. I cover my ears and do la la la. No.
So does the party collectively leave?
Yes.
Okay. You all collectively leave the Lion Shield Coster.
Good. Can we distribute the gold? I did 54 because it's an even
That's what I figured.
it's an even divisible number. We would all get 9.
Okay. So you all obtain 9 gold. I'll mark that down for
Okay.
Ken.
Did Kazi give it to us, or is she keeping it? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna keep it.
I don't know, Kazi.
you keep it?
I don't know what your
No.
character's gonna do.
So,
All right, let me add 9 gold.
so while you guys are distributing your gold, you see a couple people unloading the goods from the wagon, the ones that you guys procured for them, but leave everything else on your wagon. That's not theirs. And with that, I think we're going to take a 20-minute break for a quick bathroom break, and if we want to all either like prepare, get ready for making dinner or whatever, we can do that. So I'll do. Well,
Let me repair
You
my
know,
gear. Wait, wrong.
we'll do a half an hour break. How does that sound?
Half hour? Okay.
Yeah. So then we'll be back by 6:50.
Tears
But
said
it's
I.
their standard women.
Tears said I have no money. I just got the free to play women. Those are good too. Some of them have really nice features.
Fucking tear. I love it. All right. Break starts now. Everyone go do what you need to do.
All right.
I just
Okay,
ran in
so you guys have
circles.
an hour.
Alright. I just ran in circles for like an hour before I came back, so I'm good. I'll just hang out here.
Okay.
Let's
As
fuck-
for the
let's-
people who are watching on stream, thanks for watching.
We'll be back in 25 minutes.
Yes.
I'll go advertise the stream. best idea.